Hey, welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be learning about cross multiplying. And this is an easy topic. I'll say it won't take us really long to explain, but if there's any problem, let us know in the comments. So for this topic, we have our sequester named Andrew Mancini, who's been here for 3 videos, and yes, he's been doing really great. Hey, welcome Andrew Mancini.
Hey, glad to be back.
This is our equation, or this is our problem that we're going to do today, where we have 8 over 2x and 2 over 3. So basically for this thing, we all know that we got to find the x. So now we got to know what is that x equal that's going to make this 2 equal. 8 over 2 equal 2 over 3. So basically in this process, what we'll be doing is we'll be cross multiplying. So 2x times 2 and 8 times 3. So Andrew will show us and he'll go through the process of telling how we should solve this and find x. He'll give us more details on where we should use this to.
Exactly, and as Deb said, this is a relatively simple concept, but we'll take it later on in your Algebra 2 trig course or whatever course is similar offered at your school to much more complicated levels. So it's important that we have a good start here. These may look relatively simple. You may be thinking, well, they're just equivalent fractions, and if you're thinking that, great. If you're not, I suggest you go back to kindergarten. What we can do based on cross multiplication is just multiply the denominator of one fraction with the numerator of another, and by default then we'll have to do the same here. You can kind of see it looks like an x if it's drawn correctly, which then gives you an indication that you're doing it right. In this case, if we were to take 2x and 2, multiply that out, we'd be left with 4x on one side. 8 times 3 would get us 24. And just now, like any other algebraic equation problem that we're solving for, if we're trying to solve for x, then we just divide by 4. 24 divided by 4 gets us x equals 6. One thing we can do is check our work, plug this back in. If we were to plug in the 6 here, 2 times 6 would get us to 12. And then if we think about equivalent fractions, does 8 over 12 equal 2 over 3? It does. This can simplify down to that, which confirms that we did this correct.
Yeah, I mean, this video is super small, and you'll be looking at this and you'll be like, oh, it's super easy. It's probably something with pre-algebra. But again, once you go on to algebra 2, trigonometry, pre-calc, calc, and even with like IB calculus and all that, when you take your IB exam, this thing is going to show up. Like, it's going to be a big problem where you got to solve this thing. And I think this shouldn't take you more than 30 seconds to solve this, because like we all know that in testing, it's timing wise. So we got to make sure that we know all the small things. Because personally, I felt like, I've learned a lot of long things, long problems and stuff, but what I end up doing is making some kind of silly mistakes here and the small things and end up losing points. I mean, Andrew will tell us like how this would be really helpful right now.
Yes, there will be many times that this will be taken to a more complicated level. We won't solve it in this video, but let's say instead of giving you these values, let's say they gave you a quadratic equation or quadratic expression for all 4 of these terms. That would take considerably longer, but we'd be using the same principle of multiplying the denominator of one fraction by the numerator of another and vice versa.
Yep, thank you so much for watching, and yep, please subscribe. Thank you so much.